it's 2 out of 3 for the region's schoolboy football teams. Mike Wolf's up next. You know, I guess there is absolutely nothing more exhilarating in high school football than to reach that state championship level and bring the trophy home, and probably nothing more depressing than to get there and to come up short. But at the same time, you have to be so good just to get there.
Well, you know, not many teams do get there, so you can't really be, you can be disappointed by losing the state championship game, but when you have time to look over everything and realize what you did accomplish, I mean, you got pretty far.
But you'll have to take some of that time, probably,
that's right.
On the short end.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. The Central Broncos did what they set out to do when the season began, make it back to the Class C title game and win it. They took on Balco today, and they did win it. We pick up the action today from Moore High School, the site of the Class C state championship game. It was 3-0 Broncos when Balco got on the board. This touchdown with the missed extra point gave Balco a 6-3 lead, but Bill Derryberry and company got the offense kicking after that. This is Chuck Kettner. He breaks free for a touchdown that...
What do you feed your dog? I'm going to show you the difference between...
...things on them and had some success with some different things. You know, we executed well on...
In his first season in Frederick, we pick it up 7-6 when Jay McCullough throws the INT to his counterpart, John Fitzgerald, and he makes a nice run about. You can't see him really, but he runs down the right sideline down to the Bomber 12, and then the Chieftains had to settle for a field goal to begin the fourth, and it was blocked. That kept the score at 7-6, and the Bombers added another touchdown. Ryan Ben right here looks like he's cut for a loss, but he breaks through for some yardage and gets down into Chieftain territory, and they add a touchdown. Frederick wins it 13-6, their first title since 1956.
The people in Frederick have been wonderful as far as making sure that our kids had everything that they needed to go through a long, grueling season, and the kids showed what they had today and showed what they were made of.
It's a game of missed opportunities for the Duncan Demons in their Class 5A title clash with the Carl Albert Titans. As a result, they finished as the runner-up for the second time in 3 seasons. Action 7's David Bradley has the story from Stillwater.
On the game's opening possession, Carl Albert drove.
That's all right, because the other team won. That's the one we're going to talk about. The Frederick Bombers football team hit the Cameron Stadium turf this afternoon, looking for their first state football title in 37 years. Today's opponent, the Seminole Chieftains, and this was a pretty good game for Class 3A. Really nice. A full house on hand for the 3A state title. Seminole up first. Chad Cooper fooled me. There he is, 32. Bulls in for the touchdown, run over a couple people. The PAT was no good. That made it 6-0 Chieftains. Frederick would come right back. Jay McCullough to Cliff Ballard in the back of the end zone. The big tight end makes the catch. 7-6 Bombers, and they would score again in the second half to put it away. Kevin Isham barely squeaks in before losing the ball. The PAT was no good there, but it didn't matter because the Bombers go on for the big win. They win the Class 3A state title. The final score, 13-6. Frederick wins it, like I say, first time in 37 years that they've captured a state championship, and their head coach Ed Jones was pretty happy after the ball game.
We knew if we could pull the kids together and the coaches together and keep them together that we had an opportunity to be in the race for the state championship. It's something that we've talked about since last April, and with a lot of luck and a lot of hard work by these young men, it paid off with the state championship trophy, and I'm just tickled to death for them.
First-year head coach Ed Jones is already looking toward year number 2 and hopefully a second state championship.
It takes a lot of special things. One is, you know, believing in ourselves and believing in your teammates and believing in your coaches and your community has a lot to do with it. And this group of young men is very, very special. But what they did do is they taught the rest of us how to do that maybe in the future.
A state championship always seems possible when you strap on the pads in August, and it will seem even more possible to the 1994 edition of the Bombers because of the 1993 state championship.